Today we're going to learn the cursive letter I. It's a little different than A or O, but it's a vowel, so we use it a lot and it's not too tricky. The small letter, the lowercase letter I, starts at the foot line. It goes up to the belt line and right back down. Notice there's not a lot of separation, right, between the lines. You do trace right over the same line again, and then when you're done, you go back and you dot it. Up and down and dot. Up and down and dot. A really common mistake is kids make this space too big. Don't make that too big. You want to keep the I, both parts, right on top of each other. Now let's learn the capital letter I. The capital letter is a little bit trickier. So to learn the capital letter I, you're actually going to go what feels like backwards. You start on the right-hand side and you swoop to the left, back towards the beginning of the word. You make a nice loop, and then you make a little piece like that. It almost looks like a mouth or the beak of a bird. So you swoop back and around at a beak. Back and around and a beak. Now that we've practiced on our whiteboard, let's give it a try in our cursive practice books. So start with the capital letter I, and you can see that we're going to start backwards right here. Start at the foot line, back and around, and then that little mouth or beak, back and around, and a beak. They're not all perfect for sure, but I've got a couple pretty good ones. That last one I did, not too shabby. Now let's work on the small letter I. I think that's much easier. Up and down and dot. Up and down and dot. Do you feel your strokes are getting a little smoother the more you practice? I've got some pretty good ones. That one's nice. Which is your favorite that you did? Now it's time for some words. The first word is idea. Start with a small I, up and down, and then keep going. Here's the D. It's just like the A. We're going to back up like the garbage truck. Beep, 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 beep. Back around the same line. Then up to the headline and back along the same line again. And there's an A. Swoop over the belt line and then back up right along the same line. Beep, beep, beep. Now when you're all done, go back and dot your I. Let's do it again. Idea. I, D, E, A. How are we doing with backing up and going along the exact same line? It's important to trace carefully when you do that. I, D, E, A. Although you may be very slow right now, you will get faster with practice. Now let's practice the word island. I, and here's an S. Up to the belt line, down to the foot line, and then trace that same line so you can connect it to the L. Make a nice swoop for your L, and then here's your A. Back up along that A, beep, beep, beep. There's your N with its 2 humps. And there's another D. Back up along that D. And when you're all done, go back and dot your I. Let's do it again. I, S, L, A, N, D. That's island. Dot your I. Okay, let's write the sentence. The igloo is made of ice. Remember last time we practiced T, the capital letter T looks a little bit like a pirate hat, and it kind of reminds me of the capital I. Do you see how it's got that little mouth? Just like the capital I has. And then the pirate hat for the T. Here's H, E, and that word is the. Igloo. I, go back along that same line. Same for G. You get to the belt line and then you back up. Beep, 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 beep. Now remember, swoop down and towards the beginning of that word. And then for the L, swoop up and swoop back to the beginning of the word. Here's an O. Remember, you go halfway on the belt line and then back up. Swoop, boop, 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 beep, beep, beep. And then there's a curly Q. And look at that, how fun to make 2 O's in a row. Backing right up and making a curly Q. Go back and dot your I. Here's the word is. I, S. Go back and dot your I. Made. The letter M has 3 humps. 1, 2, 3. A goes to the belt line and backs right up. So does D. Go to the belt line and back right up. And there is E. M-A-D-E, made. Here's O. Down and around and curly Q. Here's an F. Swoop up to the headline and then back towards the beginning of the word. Swoop down below the foot line, back again and out. We will work more on F later. It's a tricky, tricky letter. Here's ice. I, C, which goes right back along itself. And then there's your E. Go back and dot your I and put your period. Okay, now I'm going to write a sentence of my own so I can practice the capital letter I. I'm going to start with the word I, which is always capitalized. You start and go back towards the left, swooping down and making your little mouth. I like. L, I, K. K has got this nice little loopy bit to it, which we'll practice more later. That's like. L-I-K-E. Oh, don't forget to dot your I. Ice cream. I, C. Back up on the C. And there's your E. Go back and dot your I. Cream. C. This is an R. Up to the belt line. A little line down. And then down to the foot line. Ice cream. E. A. And then M is 1, 2, 3. And that definitely deserves an exclamation mark. And that is how you write the cursive letter I. Keep practicing. The more you practice, the more you will get faster and more beautiful with your cursive.